What's going on, my Flappy family? It's your boy Izzy. Welcome if you're new. Kennedy Carter ended up getting into an interview with an influencer and basically giving her side of the story when it came to the Caitlin Clark shove over moment. And I want to get more into why I feel like that moment is not why she is not in the WNBA right now. We are about to get into it, but before we do that, y'all make sure y'all hit the thumbs up for your boy if you like the content. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 21,000, so if you can help me out with that, I highly appreciate it. And don't forget to get in the comment section and let me know what y'all think about this. Let's get it.
Can you break down that situation that happened?
Yeah. So, in basketball a little bit, there's things called talking, what you like to call smack or whatever everybody likes to call it.
Yeah.
Plays before things are said, you know, that's a part of basketball. I think a play before, maybe I was elbowed. Okay, that happens. Think the next play down, maybe something was said, and then maybe there was like a little clip of somebody like yelling in my face. And then we go down the court, then I hit like a little bucket, you feel me? Come down, hit like a little nice little mid-range pull-up. And then I just like, you know, just give her like a little like, I'm here. Like, you know, I don't think it was, you know what's crazy? Me and my brother went back and watched, and we seen a lot of clips in the NBA of guys getting like pushing LeBron. Like I think it was Jeff Teague or somebody who like pushed LeBron out of bounds, like said, man, I was mad because like we couldn't stop him. So I'm just like, it's like one of those things like it happens in basketball. I know people try to say, oh, it's not one of those things.
It's not a personal thing. It's a competitive thing.
It happens in basketball, and like it's just one of those things. But like, yeah, it's kind of what happened. Then it spiraled out of control.
And then the media takes whatever narrative they want to
do
put out.
you watch every game, every single game, to see if you can find any deflects in my game? And like, it's really nothing that you probably could say too much about. So then you have trolls, and that's why I said they're gonna be around regardless. But yeah, it was just like a nice little like tap, like I'm here, not to like harm you or anything. You know, if you want to push somebody, you're gonna like full force like.
But people really made it like a crazy big deal. I've seen the clip. Yeah. But like, I'm not crazy deep in the WNBA world, but in the WNBA world, they dragged it like crazy.
I mean, that happens, man. Like it's one of those things. I'm a great player. She's a great player. It looks a certain way. Everybody's gonna have their views on it. But my personal view is, you know, I don't have anything against her. She's a great player, and so am I. And I've got buckets all that season. You know what I'm saying? So, just one of those things that, I love it though. They think I hate it. I love it. I love when it gets riled up and juicy like that.
You feed off of like what people say and shit, and it makes you more motivated.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Oh yeah, I love the hate. I love that. Yeah. Oh yeah.
The thing is, if you took the bow as something that happens within the game, and her talking trash in your face, what warranted the shove over while the ball wasn't even in play? Like, yeah, get back in her face and talk trash, but don't like just go over there and bowl her over and the ball not even in play. That's two different things right there. Like, yeah, if you get hit in the face, that happens. All right, that happens in basketball. You can get hit in the face, hit in the head. You can get hit anywhere during a basketball move or play, right? But the fact that you had a dead ball going on and you went over there, you called her a B and then bowled her over, yeah, that's a little different, man. That's a little different than somebody talking trash in your face. Just because you might see other players do it and they give an excuse of why they did it in the NBA, that doesn't mean it's right. Yeah, the NBA players do get out of line, they get unhinged at times, but that doesn't make it right. All right, that doesn't mean, oh, just because they doing it, I should be able to do it. Nah. I talk trash about them too. If they get out of line, get unhinged, do things that doesn't really relate with the game of basketball, yeah, I call them out too. So it's like, nah, man, don't fall into just because they're doing it, I should be able to do it. No, just be a good sportsman and play within the game. That's all. Bust your opponent, but within the game. Don't get the physical punching and bowing. I can't stand a dirty player. Forget the dirt. Just show me your skill and move on from there. Now, the fact, you know, she was saying, oh, it's just a part of the game and things like that. Well, if that was the case, if you were leaving it on the floor, why didn't you want to talk about Caitlin Clark in the moment after the game? That just showed it was a little more personal to me. Like if you were leaving it on the court and you took it as competitiveness and, y'all were just drawing back and forth and y'all were going at it, you gave her a little "I'm here." I would think after the game you would leave it on the court and just say, yeah, man, she's a good player. And, we just had a little back and forth moment. I would think you would have an answer. You didn't want to talk about Caitlin Clark at all. So, I don't know. Maybe the loss get to you. But I'm just saying if you're looking at it as a competitor and you took it as a heat of the moment and you loved the moment, as she said, you wouldn't feel so mad about it. You would be happy that moment happened and you will be able to talk about it, explain yourself. The same way you're articulating the situation here, you should have been able to do that on the mic if it wasn't really that personal. And it wasn't really a little tap. It wasn't a little tap, but that was a good little, you kind of put your body into it. Now, all in all, I do think she is a great player, right? I think she would have easily been an all-star last year if they didn't have Kelsey Mitchell and a few other guards that were shining. Yeah, I think she would have made it. I think she had a spectacular season. I think she was the star of the Sky team. And yeah, I think a lot of people didn't give her the credit that she deserved when it came to winning and actually getting the Sky to look like they were going to be inside of the playoffs. And that actually brings me into the fact that I don't think the Caitlin Clark moment is the reason she's not in the WNBA. I do remember a moment, it was like tweeting. There's a lot of tweeting going on. And basically, ESPN had her as the 25th player in the league or something like that. And I think Angel was up like the number 12. She was up high. And basically, Kennedy had a problem not with the Angel restatement, but she was talking about the point guards. She was like, how my stats are top 5 or top 10, something like that, but y'all had me ranked at 25. And then I think a tweet that was kind of related to that came out, and they were like, look, the reason the Sky are looking like they can make the playoffs is because of Kennedy Carter and the refs. That's what somebody tweeted, and she ended up liking that post. That could be tied into the fact that it might be a little chaos or drama being created within the organization, because after that tweet and her liking that tweet, she didn't go to the game. She didn't play in the game, right? Now, I don't know. They did show hospital pictures and things like that, but yeah, man, a lot of people felt like that was a scapegoat. A lot of people felt like, oh, she kept saying she had COVID or something like that to not play these games. And then honestly, she ended up slapping Marina Mabrey when they first played each other after she left their team. So that could be a thing too if you want to go off of her actions on the court. But then we can also talk about her history, right? And then we remember what we was hearing in the locker room when they lost. I forgot what game that was, but they ended up losing, and it was commotion in the back. And Camila Cardoso was saying, hey, close the door because it was so loud. And then it also made me think about the tweet where people feel like she was coming at Angel Reese as far as saying it's so important to make all of your shots or to make shots. So a lot of people actually feel like that relationship went sour. And maybe she didn't want to actually be a part of that whole double-double situation. I know I spoke on it a few times, how twice at the end of the game she didn't necessarily want to pass her the ball. So, yeah, I just feel like it's a lot more into it than one moment. I think it was actually some organization issues, maybe some chemistry problems, some drama in the locker room. It's a reason Michaela wanted to leave, right? It's a reason Marina Mabrey wanted to leave. Nobody wants to sign her. I bet some team, probably Aces, told her to do an apology tour. This doesn't sound like an apology, but she tries to explain her goofy self. Oh, man. So some people think this is just some BS. It's not even a real apology. I don't think she apologized. I didn't hear her apologize. Is that what the tweet said?
Can you break down that situation that happened?
Yeah, I don't think she was trying to apologize. I think she was just trying to break down the situation, like the influencer said. I'm not answering any Caitlin Clark questions. See, that's what I'm saying. This is what she said after the game. It's a small thing in the grand scheme, but still, it wasn't a basketball play. Ken called Caitlin a B when she hip checked her. Angel stood up off the bench and applauded and dapped Ken up for it. Even Teaspoon seemed to be okay with it. Free Kennedy. All Kennedy accomplished is showing why not a single team in the W is interested in her BS. Not a great player by any stretch of the imagination, and a team and coach killer. Also, besides the whirlpool of bad karma she brings as baggage, all her teams do is lose, 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 and lose. Oh my goodness. Nothing was clear. Excuses were made. This is desperate damage control from someone with a pattern of behavior. It was still a cheap shot and unwarranted, first of all. Secondly, we made a bigger deal when Angel Reese celebrated it. Finally, this wasn't even the main reason no one wants to sign Kennedy Carter. Exactly. This is how I feel, man. That's how I feel. But I'm not going to stretch this video too far, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this. Do y'all think Kennedy Carter will be on a team eventually? Do you think the Caitlin Clark situation is the reason she's not on a team? Or do you think it's more to it or anything that I was saying? Let me know in the comment section. I love y'all. Y'all keep it smooth.